live with their preseason preview video, and I'm going to let these two gentlemen introduce themselves at this time.
Jake Wood, offensive line, defense line.
Brody Hicks, linebacker and running back.
Guys, I don't even know where to start. You know, you guys have done pretty much everything there is to do in high school football at this point. Now you guys have kind of rolled over into that leader position this year. Talk about your roles coming into this season, how it looks a little bit different from you, and each one of you guys can answer that from what we've had in the past. Both of you guys have been leaders for a while, but now you're really enforced leader now. Go ahead.
I'm going to kind of try to do the same thing as I always do. I've always tried to build my teammates up when they need help them out, explain what was going on. And one thing I'm going to try to do better is watch film, study it more frequently, be more precise with stuff so I can tell what everybody to do.
No doubt.
Kind of like Jake said, I just want to kind of keep calmer, and if someone done something wrong, help them out with what they did wrong and not try to get mad over it.
And your situation, man, you've always shared time in the backfield. This year will be no different, man. Talk about the stable running backs you guys have here, with yourself included, and some outstanding running backs.
Yes, Logan, he's stepped up a lot, especially last year. It started out a little bit slow at the beginning of the season, but he really picked up, and I think he's going to do really well this year.
No doubt. And I remember you getting that start in the spring game in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, y'all played a team that had 90-something players and won that day. It's been a special ride for you this whole time. So you've been starting ever since then. Was the 8th grade year?
Yes, sir.
So talk about your journey from there to here.
It's been a big one.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of things that I never thought I'd get to do. I always dreamed of doing it, but never really thought it'd happen. And then just each year I've gotten better and better and became more of a leader each year of it.
You got to be starting both sides of the ball this year.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no doubt about it. Let's dive into, spring game this year. You guys played two pretty tough opponents and played very well. Talk about your spring game and what you learned from your offensive line unit in those games.
We did really good, but we were supposed to. We only have one guy that hasn't really played, Holden Smith. He played center that game, and he did an outstanding job for the first time. And I thought we did excellent. We fired off the ball. We blocked pretty good, but like I said, there's still stuff that we can work on.
No doubt. Same kind of question for you from an offensive standpoint in the backfield. Talk about how you guys executed in those games.
I think we did very well, considering we could actually throw a pass and we could get passes down, and we scored a touchdown from it.
The offense you guys run, if you can get your passing down,
Yeah.
it's double deadly. Because when you go play action in this offense, you got about 11 guys that's going to bite up on it. Now, let's talk about these summer workouts. And for those people who's not from Fyffe, just how difficult are these summer workouts?
It's definitely one of the toughest things I've been through in my life.
You've had several summers of it now, huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can never really get used to it, though. It's just every year it's something new, something different, and it's always tiring.
He'll change it up on you if you start getting comfortable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Bro said, I mean, you don't ever really get used to it, but at the same time, growing up, I heard how bad it was and how awful it was, but in all reality, it sucks at the time, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be when coming up, because I thought it was a death sentence going up here and during the summer, but now since I've grown up, it's really not that bad, because I've learned that it's good for us. It's what makes us win ball games.
Oh, yeah. A lot of these rings you guys have was earned in the summers, working out in the 100-degree heat. All right, so now from this time, basically we're a month away. What is your main focus to get this team ready as leaders? And I want each one of you guys to answer that from between now and when we roll over into August and the fall.
Just make sure that we know everything, all our fundamentals, and make sure that we know what our assignments are and what defense we're running, what offensive plays we're going to do. And one big thing that I want to fix from last year is not have so many big mistakes as we did last year in big games.
No doubt.
Same thing as Jake, but mainly just staying calm, because if you get nervous while you're playing, you're more likely for error. And we did that a lot last year, and we got nervous and we dropped the ball, we fumbled, and if we could have kept a calm head, we would have been fine.
I love it. Now you guys give me your final thoughts. Just anything you want to talk about. Each one of you guys answer that just, before we close the video out. Could be about your career, about this season coming up, whatever it may be.
I think we're going to have a pretty decent season this year. Hopefully we'll go far, but we're just going to look at it one game at a time. We're not going to be worried about the future.
Absolutely.
Like Brady said, we look forward to playing in December, but we're not looking ahead. We're going to play each team, no matter what their record is or anything. We're going to treat them like they're the best in the state. We're going to go one at a time.
Gene Stalin said it best. If you don't think those games matter where you're supposed to win, he said slip up and lose one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It mattered then. I appreciate you guys and good luck heading into the season. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here at Fyffe with head coach Paul Benefield. Seems like we're always up here and have a great time and done a coach's show, luckily, the last couple of years. And this year's no different, so we're here with our preview show. Coach, first of all, how you been doing?
Doing okay for an old man, I guess. Just been a tough summer, hot summer, and gets to me a little more, I guess, than it used to.
I know you're a big fan of the heat and staying outside when it's 100 degrees. I'm sure you've been enjoying the summer.
Yeah. We try to get, we've had to get out in 100 degrees. Not many choices.
Yeah.
If you get out at all, you're going to be. But I'm not a fan of the hot weather.
Oh, I know. I've been sarcastic.
Yeah, I know.
Coach, last year you guys were up in 3A. You've now made the move down to 2A. But things don't get any easier. You still got a very tough schedule. Talk about your region coming up and your schedule.
Well, we play our neighbors, and we always try to do that first, which is Geraldine, Sylvania, and Plainview's our non-region games. So all three of those are really good teams, and have traditional good teams, and but they're close by, and as long as they want to play, we're going to play them first, and then our region is. I don't know a whole lot about it. Hadn't played anybody in the region besides Collinsville, I guess, the last couple of years. So, I hear Pisgah's got their best team that they've had in a long time, and I don't know much about Sandrock, but there's who else? Idern section and a new team, Whitesburg Christian North Sand's going to have a good team. So we've been playing them. So I guess that's 5 teams we've been playing, our non-region, and then Collinsville, North Sand.
Coach, one good thing, and any coach will tell you this anywhere in any division, all the way up to the pros, the one thing you can't hold your hat on is you got a lot of returning starters on that line. Talk about the benefits of having those guys return for you.
Well, I hope it helps some of them. I hope it helps us in a lot of places because we had 5 seniors. Some experience in places we have hopefully is going to help us this year, and you'd think it would if we can stay healthy.
And you have 2 running backs back, and Gibson is merging as well. Talk about your offensive backfield. What's that going to look like this year?
Well, we've got Blake Dobbins has moved in. He was a 9th grader, and be going in the 10th grade, and him and Gibson will play quarterback, except when we just snap it to one of the others. Brody Hicks and Logan Anderson are good backs. We can keep them healthy, and then Hunter Manchin, and I guess that's about the core of running backs. And we're going Simon Hicks, so we'll switch in some there and play fullback some too.
Little brotherly rivalry right there.
Mm-hmm. Simon's had a really good summer.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
He is. He played last year started out every game, 9th grader, and so hopefully those guys are going to be much better.
One thing I seen in the spring games with you guys, which is always an X factor, is Zaire actually kicked the ball really well in that spring game.
He did.
If he could continue that, talk about a benefit that would be.
Yeah, that would be. It wasn't live, That sometimes you can't tell till it gets live, or they're going to focus on the ball or on people rushing. But maybe he grew up a little bit mentally and he can do that. Yeah, that would be a big plus for us. He's a good kickoff guy, and if he can kick extra points, it'd be great.
That'd be huge. Sometimes last year he looked fantastic. And other times like he struggled a little bit, but overall, if he could get consistency, that would be huge.
It's a little focus problem sometimes.
And we flip things over to the defensive side of the ball. You have a lot of returning starters back there as well. Just talk about that group for a minute, if you don't mind.
Well, it all starts there. Tucker Wilkes, and he's going into his 10th grade year, and then of course Brody Hicks, linebacker, Simon's linebacker. We hope that some of the other guys step up, and Will Arnold and Evan Chandler and Kate Underwood, and we got to get better in the secondary, and we should be, because they hadn't any of them started in the secondary last year, but now they have started the whole season. So Logan Anderson and Owen Blackwell and Manchin and Gibson will play some back there, and Anderson, of course.
A lot of those guys have the physical attributes, the mental hurdle with the growing pain sometimes. And Jake talked about that earlier, being the leader. He's talking about he wants the entire team to cut down on the mental mistakes and play a lot cleaner game this year.
Right, and Jake Wooden was one of the defensive linemen too, by the way. There, you mentioned him, I forgot that. Jake's retired. He's been starting 3 years for us, so we expect big stuff out of him. And yeah, he's got to be some type of leader. Both of those guys you talked to do. Like I said, our line does have some experience, but you got to use that experience. We won't have much depth. You never know how injuries is going to play a part in any season.
Yeah.
Just hoping and praying, everybody stays healthy.
You guys get a really good look jamboree against Piedmont. They'll tell you guys will test each other.
That'll test you. Test you all on it.
Ain't no doubt about it.
I don't know who scheduled that. I'm on fire if I can find it.
That's something that's going to be fun to watch, and I know
maybe Coach take it easy on me a little bit.
Both fan bases have been looking forward to that one. Coach, between now and when the season starts, what's your main focus with this group of guys to get them tuned up, ready to play by fall?
Just learning your assignments and getting out in the heat and getting used to it. Hopefully, you never get used to that stuff, but trying to just get comfortable with what you're supposed to do. And our kids played really hard in the spring, I thought, and played physical. So that's basically what we got to do, is just get more into the game and think about it maybe sometimes other than when we're practicing.
A lot of the administration and coaches and actually even parents of Coosa who hosted the spring game was bragging on your kids. Said they're a really good job, they're really well-spoken things. I thought that was really cool to share that message with you.
Well, we can do that every year. We try to do that every year, even though, I'm hard on them, hard on kids. I am, I guess. But I call that tough love when you have people responsible for how they act and responsible for their actions and responsible to their school to put a good impression on them. And that's just something I'm not going to put up with is kids. It's going to shed a bad light on us or on our program. And sorry, I'm not sorry. I shouldn't say I'm sorry. But someday they might appreciate that tough love when things not going too well. When they get 35 and 40, maybe they can draw back on some of these times when, strap your boots on, go to work.
That's right.
Day might get better.
And when everybody in the house is sick, you got to go to work. And it's real life then.
Baby's crying. And
that's right.
You got to put food on the table. And everybody else wants to lay out and get fired. You go on to work.
That's right. They'll learn those habits here. Coach, I appreciate you. I know you're probably ready to get home. You probably got some stuff to tend to with the cows or something at home. You always got something going on around the homestead.
I'm not chasing no cows today.
It's cool enough to.
It is.
I guess you could say
I did that yesterday.
It's 80 degrees. That's cool for this time of year.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.